Valid point.
Yeah. So, with that being said, and half nakedness or whatever, welcome to Wrestling is Trash, a nonsensical wrestling podcast where we talk about professional wrestling past, present, and quite possibly the future. So, speaking of the future, we in the future of 2020, and the internet is prevalent, and you can talk all kind of shit to motherfuckers from across the globe and the states and wherever the hell you at. You can talk to a motherfucking space if you really wanted to. But right now, I'm talking to four motherfuckers up in here in the chat with me. We got one Mr. Bryan from the UWO. We got one Mr. Carl Bird over here. We got Nick Anicelli. And we have one new contender in the Wrestling is Trash arena. So, my man, down here, I know you got Casey and JoJo on your damn name placard or whatever. But as it is Wit Talk tradition, the new combatant in the arena has to introduce themselves, and they have a New Japan 20 count to tell us why and how they got introduced to professional wrestling. So your 20 count starts now.
All right, what's going on, everybody? I'm Kyle Chapman, 1/3 of the UWO podcast. Myself, Brian, and Eddie. Eddie's not here right now, but in terms of how I got into wrestling, I am my uncle. My uncle Sam, Lord rest his soul, when I was in South Carolina, also when I was in Rhode Island, made sure when I was in Rhode Island, the WWF was on every Saturday morning. Got introduced to, the Macho Man's, the Ricky Steamboats, but what really made me fall in love with it was the WCW when I got to South Carolina when I was young age. The Sting, the Ric Flair rivalry, the Four Horsemen, everything about it. I fell in love with it. Beautiful, and I'm watching ever since. That's it.
Word. So, who is safe to say, since you started way back then, right now, currently, here in 2020, over the whole lifespan of your fandom, who is your favorite professional wrestler?
In terms of my personal favorite or the greatest of all time?
Your personal favorite. I'm asking you.
Oh, man, that would be the limousine riding, jet flying, and kiss stealing, wheeling, dealing, son of a gun.
Oh, very well, very well. One Mr. Ric Flair.
Yes, sir.
Word. So, gentlemen, I've asked you
also
here because
Surfer Sting, by the way, also Surfer Sting.
Surfer Sting. All right, the blonde-haired box top dude,
Yes,
the Max Headroom version.
Yes, sir.
But gentlemen, I've asked you here because wrestling is trash is just where we all get here and they're going to get into a whole bunch of shenanigans and whatnot about professional wrestling. I had my boy Anomaly on here yesterday, and we talked hella New Japan and AEW, how they're doing such a good job. To us, that's not everybody's opinion, but how are we doing in this climate as far as keeping up with professional wrestling? I know you two gentlemen down here do a wrestling specific podcast. So, what's your current up to date schemes with what's going on in the world of professional wrestling? What's your most recent thing that you saw?
Would you like me to go first?
Anyone?
Okay, well, shit. Personally, right now, I'm enjoying the landscape of pro wrestling. I'm enjoying what Impact Wrestling is doing. We've been championing that for a while now on the show. We think they've done a remarkable job of rebuilding that name, especially after what happened with the Hardy situation and fuck that Al and all that fun shit. It's really good to see how that company has come together and supported each other. Whether it was when Tessa was champion, they were backing her up for a while. When it was Sammy taking the low with OVE, with a team like the North, who was killing it for a year, and now with Slammiversary that just happened, where they got a nice little buzz. And on our show, we all agreed that it was the best pay-per-view of that past weekend. And it's really cool to see what as Kyle says, yeah. It's really cool to see what they're doing right now. AEW and NXT is a fun rivalry for us. I enjoy watching both shows. I don't watch them side by side like I did back with the Monday Night Wars was the thing. I watch it as if I'll give AEW the Wednesday night because they're still new. They're trying to establish themselves in the business right now. And I save NXT for Thursday because for me it gives me a clear viewing of what I'm watching. So when I come around to Sunday and we're comparing the two, it's very easy for me to call back to what happened in NXT and not be swayed by what occurred at the same time on AEW. So I'm able to talk about either one. So to me, that's bringing more fun back into pro wrestling.
I'd say for me, honestly, Monday night's the only night I don't look forward to wrestling.
Agreed.
Raw's just killing me. I love Drew McIntyre being champ. But I love the Street Profits. And I'm loving this whole MVP thing they got going. But besides that, like, I'm gonna watch in an hour and a half, probably just like the rest of us here will. But like Wednesday, you get excited because I'm loving an NXT. Here, I'm on the Karrion Kross train, probably just like a lot of other people. Obviously, I'm on the Dynamite train. I think it's awesome how you see a dude like Orange Cassidy in the main event. That's awesome.
Nope.
And then even like I said, I dabbled into Impact Glenberg, so it's pretty good. Overall, Monday's just the only night I just sit there, and that's where I catch myself doing a lot of this and bullshit with Rob. Or
yeah, catch me doing a lot of this.
Yeah, Monday's the only thing that's killing me, and it sucks because Raw was like what wrestling was, you know.
And for me, I try to catch everything. I'm starting to pick up on what's been going on with Impact with the latest buzz from the Slammiversary shows. As far as Wednesday nights, most of the time AEW gets gets my channel, gets my view. Depending on what NXT is doing, and I try to catch NXT later on. Friday nights, I'm usually never home. And then Sundays, just in case there's a pay-per-view, me and my girl, we watch 90 Day Fiancé together. So then I'll have the pay-per-view on the iPad, and then I have the UWO on my phone.
Thank you. Great promo. We'll take that. Thank you.
And then I'm usually like in commute on Mondays. Like I watch a little bit of Raw, and then I'm in commute going into my overnight, which I'll be doing later on tonight. And then I'll catch the rest of Raw while I'm working, but it's usually just on. So I try to appreciate, the good stuff. I know Raw hasn't been what it should be. Possibly for like the past year. But I still try to find like little things that are, that you can still enjoy. Like I don't just go ahead and watch it and just be like, oh, this shit's trash. Like, no, I'll actually try to find some good in what's going on on the main roster stuff. So.
Word.
That's why
I feel you on that, man. Me, number one, I do a podcast every Sunday, so I'm pretty much obliged to watch wrestling. But in terms of everybody crapping all over Monday Night Raw, I'm the opposite, man. I find stuff in Monday Night Raw that I enjoy, and I roll with it, man. I'm loving the Hurt Business. I love Zelina Vega's new faction. Again, I love the Hurt Business. Drew McIntyre, I think it's absolutely killing it. And people say that, Dolph Ziggler, blah, 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 he doesn't deserve it. Did you not watch the match? It was actually pretty good. But anyway, TNA, I'm loving it. And just for all you guys know, Moose, that's my homie.
He found the belt, man. He found it. But I love it. I'm with him on that.
Well, shit, that's like Eric Young was doing that, wasn't he?
Yeah.
A while back, he found some shits and he was just like, I have the belt now.
Nah, man, but honestly, during this whole pandemic, empty arena, talent, and audience, honestly, man, in my opinion, and there's somebody that's really called me beautifully bold, beautiful boldly. Anyway, Brian actually brought up a good point because not for nothing, this is showing everybody in terms of in-ring talent who can go. You know what I mean? You're not focused on how the crowd or the audience reaction gives you. What you're focused on is how you putting on a good match and am I entertaining? And not for nothing, I've been enjoying it.
Word.
I guess the thing that pisses me off about Raw is they have so much talent that's better than what they're letting them do. Like Ricochet, Cedric Alexander. Just because they can't talk on the mic,
they got to win on Monday.
They did.
Rollins needs to drop this Messiah thing because he's better than he can be a great heel. We saw that in 2015 and 14.
Yep.
This Messiah thing ain't it. Hey, there's our man's.
Oh shit, we got the comments.
There's our man. But yeah, you know what I mean? Just.
Well, I mean, a couple of people in here brought up Impact, so I kind of want to touch on that and everything. So, what do you think about the decision to put the belt on Deonna Purrazzo already?
Me or him, because we completely see different.
Kyle, you go first.
I can't. I thought that was the wrong decision. I honestly don't see what's so great about it. I'm being dead serious when I say that, man. Brian tries to school me every week, and every week my mind don't change, dude. She's a less polished Ronda Rousey.
Ooh.
Wow.
Ooh.
The disrespect.
I think it was just an FU.
All right, this is the way I look at it, and we discussed this on the show, right? A lot of people don't actually know who Deonna Purrazzo is, and I don't say that in a negative way. I don't say that in like a smart mark
Beautiful
way.
man.
But no, like a lot of people don't know her work and don't know what she's actually capable of. I've actually had the opportunity to see her from like Ring of Honor days. I seen her in the earlier Impact days during that little trial period they were going on with her. I've heard the name for enough times, and I know B-Rob, you said this before, that you've heard the name enough to know when you actually see the person, like the thing's there, like you know it's there. Mm-hmm. And I trust what I've seen with this girl. I've seen her live here with NXT in Providence not Providence, in Boston with Bianca Belair. The girl can work. The girl can definitely work. And when it comes to like characters and stuff like that, it takes time for people to get behind the character. Do I agree with the fact that she should have got the belt right off the rip? No. I think they should have done something like and swerved him around a little bit and maybe built the storyline a little bit longer. But at the same time, it would still make her look strong too. Mm. But at the same time, it's like Impact is looking at a change. They're trying to do something different right now. So I get along with the buzz of bringing in the guys like, the Good Brothers and EC3 returning and EY, and now Brian Myers is coming in. You got the Machine Guns returning. They're putting like a new fresh coat of paint on the company. So I wasn't too mad about her getting the dub. And I think she's a serviceable enough wrestler that people are going to be like, okay, she can actually go. Like, I can see kind of why they put the belt on her. It just takes time.
Okay. So my question is, because, I am a novice when it comes to Deonna Purrazzo and whatnot. We got one comment here that I had to put up there. But I got a limited viewing. Yeah, I got limited viewing of her in NXT, and I think she did a couple of dark matches, squash matches on main roster television and whatnot. And I've heard her name, and it was another one that I never got to see yet. Who watching on Facebook?
My bad.
Probably Kyle. Do it.
It was me.
But I don't know. It's just like you were saying. They trying to bring in this new talent. They're trying to, put this company in another trajectory, another direction. And you're gonna need fresh faces to do that. Jordan Grace has been a staple as of recent, and to have somebody, relatively unknown to this audience to come in and dethrone her like that is just like, wow, who is this girl? So,
and I'll even say this to that story, right? If you really look at the Knockouts division, what was Jordan Grace really going to do champion-wise that was going to, build anything more to her legacy right now in that company? I think a shock loss to a girl like Deonna is going to piss Jordan off. So you're putting more steam behind Jordan, and fans really like Jordan, so they're going to want to get behind her and keep the train going. And the story, and I always say it on the show, the money is in the chase.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, as he said, a lot of people want to get behind Jordan Grace.
Yes.
But
fuck Jonathan Gresham.
Oh, hey, that's what she do. That's what she do.
And that's why I said it.
Matt Riddle for champion.
Oh. Now, back to Impact again. Another name that y'all brought up in the conversation was Moose. So, Moose, there's a theme that I've seen with this gentleman so far since I've been kind of tracking a little bit with Impact. He seems to side with a lot of people that's immersed in controversy. So, that there was a recent post not too long ago, I think right before Slammiversary, of a couple of professional wrestlers in the ring practicing moonsaults. And somebody put the comment out there, it's like, oh, you training with a pedophile or some shit like that. And then Moose's response was, hey, man, why you looking at all the negative stuff? Can't you see we having camaraderie here? We training, we doing good things? I was like, whoa, brother. you missing the point here. I mean...
Didn't he get some love from The Rock on Twitter or something?
And then there was another time they had the shit going on with Tessa Blanchard when, with the racist comments and, all this other stuff, where he was out there up front being very vocal for his friend. So I don't know. Is Moose that guy?
Mr. Chapman?
You want me to answer that?
Yeah, go for this one because you have a very good stance on this.
Are we talking Moose the GOAT? No, all right. But honestly, man, the whole training with the pedophile thing, I can't get behind. Honestly, I got kids, you know what I'm saying? Anybody who's even been accused of that until they clear their name, I'm going to wear it on. However, when it comes to the Jordan Grace thing, let's not forget that, for nothing, I said Jordan Grace, didn't I? I mean, Tessa. Not for nothing, and I'm not defending her whatsoever. What happened, but there's a few people who know what happened. There's a few people who think they know what happened, and it is the truth. You know what I mean? And just because he's cool with somebody who's accused of something, I can't fault him for that.
Okay, very well. Guilty until proven innocent, or is it innocent until proven guilty?
Which way are you looking at that guy?
I know. That's what I'm saying or whatever. Because it was in the case of Enzo Amore, he was guilty until he was proven innocent, and then
I stay with Enzo,
and they still
fucked him.
Yeah, and they still fucked him. He was like they fired him, and he didn't even go to trial. He didn't get nothing. But
you know how common that is on sports, like
Antonio Brown, Enzo Amore. What's his name? Just got back to Impact. I can't remember his name. Crap, it's killing me. Afro dancing.
Rich Swann.
Rich Swann. There we go.
Yeah, Rich Swann. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah.
And let's talk a little bit about Slammiversary. Was that a surprise for y'all to see him come back for that 5-way?
Yeah. To me, it was a big surprise. Especially because I've been following it for so long. He's been off TV. A lot of people knew it was an injury to I think it was either the Achilles or somewhere in the leg. And to see him backstage early in the night on crutches, it's like, oh shit, Rich Swann, how's he doing or whatever. And I was not expecting to see him. And then for Eric Young to come out too was a shocker. So I think Impact hit it out the park with this one.
Man, everyone might hate me for this, but I can't get behind Eric Young, man. I tried so hard. I watched all his old stuff.
See Kyle's face.
I just can't, man. I tried so hard.
So you mean to tell me you did not like any of the Insanity stuff in NXT?
No, so Sanity I think was his best. I like that, but I'm talking to like Impact hit. I couldn't get back before, I couldn't get into him, man. I just couldn't.
So
the best wedding segment of all time, you couldn't get behind it?
Huh?
The best wedding of all time, excluding no weddings. You couldn't get behind that.
It was hard.
So,
maybe I gotta go back.
That's my soul.
don't fire Eric Young. You need to go all the way back.
Zelina Vega was stripping. That was.
Wait, excuse me. What? Why?
Carl.
And I'm just now knowing.
You didn't know about that?
You didn't know about that?
I did not follow Impact at all because when it was TNA, I just did not like the product.
Can we boo that man?
Shame.
He's this side of me.
Over here.
Yeah, boo.
I'm sorry. I just wasn't a fan of. I wasn't a fan of the product, and then, like, literally just now that everything's been going on, especially with Moose Appreciation that Kyle started a few weeks back.
Moose.
All right, I had to let him have it. Impact. I'm gaining interest. I'm gaining interest in Impact now.
I think that's my problem was during all that I was just that young dude on the WWE bandwagon. Now that I'm older and appreciate all forms of wrestling, maybe I should go back and watch it.
It's one of those things like you gotta when you go back and watch it, you gotta think of it like this. You gotta go back to that time.
I block you.
You gotta go back during that time. Like you gotta think, all right, this was like early.
You see who that was,
2000.
Nick?
Hey, look who it is.
Is that guy? Look at him in his professional suit and shit. That's somebody we served with.
Oh, okay.
Good move.
There you go.
Oh, here we go. Gabe Jackson's Thurston. But no, but when you go back and watch it, right? You got to remember it was 2000. It was in the mid or early 2000s. So the world was a lot different. The jokes they got away with was a lot different. And during that time period, those jokes actually hit really, really good. Compared to what WWE was doing, WWE was becoming that PG era, very kiddish. So Impact definitely took some risks, and a lot of things worked and a lot of things didn't. But for the most part, it's an enjoyable watch.
Now, with the acquisition of EC3, the Good Brothers, Rich Swann is back, Eric Young, possibly Heath Slater, and I'm gonna talk a little bit about Heath Slater, like what we talked about with Anomaly yesterday.
Free agent Heath Slater.
Yeah, I'm gonna touch on that. And yeah, we got Deanna Prazo, we got I think the Majors boy is there, the fucking
Brian
Majors. Brian Myers or whatever. So with all these guys coming back and coming there for the first time, what do you think Impact needs to do to capitalize on this buzz and not freaking push out their current and future talent?
You want me to
simply showcase them.
Let them go.
Just don't Cody Rhodes them.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Actually, let them shine. Don't have to put them bigger star in the picture. No, I'm just kidding. Honestly, bro, Impact is. I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to Impact. I know Nick said he hasn't, but bro, they've been on the incline. They've really been stepping their game up in terms of storylines. Matches just keep going, capitalizing on momentum you got, man. Don't slow down and don't try to conform to another company. You have your own thing. You stand in your own lane. I've been on record in saying that Impact's a place where you can go and perfect your character, perfect your art, and then if you want to go out and make big money, go ahead and do that. But just don't change your product. You're doing fine.
Do we think it was a good move to put the title back on Eddie Edwards?
No.
Out of that 5-way match for the title, who would you have preferred them to put it on?
Ace
I'll
Austin.
let Brian handle it.
Ace Austin. Ace Austin. Ace Austin, Ace Austin, Ace Austin.
Okay. And tell me why, because that showing from Slammiversary was my first exposure to Ace Austin.
Okay. Ace Austin, and it's funny because for the longest time on the show, they've been making the comparison, and I refused as an old school Impact guy to really accept it. But the more I watch it, and right before Slammiversary, promo-wise, the kid was knocking it out of the park. He is this generation's AJ Styles. He's 22 years old. The kid knows how to.
Bold statement,
it is a bold statement, but you got to remember when Impact first started, it was based on the NWA. It had a lot of the older names, the older heads taking up the company or whatever, and like in the main event scene, like a Raven or like a Ken Shamrock. Ron Killings, Jeff Jarrett, and those guys were on the scene. AJ was the guy who was going out there and killing it. When they were bringing in the X division, the X division was AJ's division. It was a continuation of the cruise.
Was honest. I'm not back for interrupting. It was honestly the best part of it.
Yeah, it was, and you can look at it the same way WCW was for a long period of time with the cruiserweights. It was always the better part of the show, but nobody was ever really like. None of those guys had a chance in the company to really step up and be a main event player. In NWA TNA, they gave those younger guys a chance to carry the company. If you notice, AJ within his first year and a half held every single title in the company. So, you know what I mean? Like, he was a solid building block.
And to go with that kind of quick, I know it's kind of, I'm going a little off there. I think that's the kind of like WWE problem.
Easily.
They don't let the young talent go with it. Like in the 90s, like in the war, letting The Rock, all of them go and run with it. Now, oh no, we need WrestleMania. Goldberg, you're going to beat the Fiend. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
yeah, I had to throw that out there.
Yeah. But
so,
no, I agree.
I'm going to look into Ace Austin. He impressed me. That was sick. I thought it was
good.
He's good. And mind you, his storylines, since the kid's been in the company, he's only been there for almost 2 years now. He's, like I said, he's still young. He's only like 22, 23. He's been involved in 3 of the biggest storylines in the company for the past years that doesn't involve Tessa Blanchard or Sami Callihan. He was involved with Eddie Edwards in the very beginning with hooking up with his wife. He was involved with Trey Miguel talking about he wanted to bang his mom. Even though they were outlandish storylines, he made them good. He had a T-shirt that said Ace Austin 316, I just banged your wife on it. You know what I mean? Like, the kid gets it. Like, He gets the gimmick. He knows how to work his gimmick, and with Impact, they're not holding him back. So I think you take a young guy like that and you use him as your new building block, especially if you're, like I said, you're bringing this new wave of people coming in. You're throwing a fresh coat of paint on the business, and you guys want to stand out. I always say bet on the younger guys who got the skill and the talent. That's why, for me personally, I would have went with a guy like Ace Austin. I know Eddie on our show goes with Trey Miguel, but to me, Ace is a star. He got the intro. He got the magic thing. He has like a little card that he pulls up his sleeve, and people love to boo heels.
So
Now,
do
I
you see
don't
him
know
being
why
like
Eddie
an
was so
NXT
big on
dude
Trey
eventually?
Miguel either.
Well,
Sorry?
and then that,
Being an NXT dude eventually?
I mean, if
Could
he
you see
decides to go
Triple
to,
H liking him?
yeah, easily.
and in your analysis in of Austin, I'm about to say Austin Aries, Ace Austin. You said that he had a previous feud with Eddie Edwards. Do you think Eddie Edwards being a champion can reinvigorate that feud?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes, not why not? I mean, currently they're gonna branch him off with the Good Brothers because I think they want to establish the Good Brothers as a great tag team, but still keep Ace looking kind of strong during that time period. But at the same time, keeping the young guy on deck ready for the world title is a good move with Impact too. Giving Eddie Edwards a guy like Eric Young to feud with for now, let him establish his reign a little bit, and keep Ace Austin on the back burner ready to go. Won't make him stale and won't make him like fade away in fans' eyes. So I think him with Eddie being champion keeps him around that title picture.
Two things that impressed me, and they're both old. Motor City Machine Guns. I enjoyed that match thoroughly. That was a great match, and it put my eyes for the first time of the Rascals in ring. I think two of them was represented in the tag team match, and one was in the 5-way. Correct?
Yes.
Yeah, so that was my first time seeing all three of those competitors from that faction in action, and I was amazed by it. I was very thoroughly impressed. And just to see the Machine Guns back together and working well as they did, that blew my fucking mind. But what I was getting to earlier with all the new talent coming in for the first time, such as Heath Slater, I spoke to Anomaly about this yesterday, and I want to pick your brains about it. What do you think of, no shit, him actually doing the free agent gimmick in different companies?
Awesome.
That would work.
That would
Great.
work.
That would be perfect.
I mean, yeah, just see him pop up at ROH. Hey, I'm a free agent. Blah, 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 blah. Wear his T-shirt. Sell some merch at the table. Maybe have a match or two. Then pop up in New Japan. He talked about it on the Chris Van Vliet show. Shout out to Chris Van Vliet. And have him up in New Japan with his shit. Have him. I mean, are y'all familiar with New Japan? How well versed are you?
Yeah.
All right.
We're casual.
So what fight camp would Heath Slater fit into?
Taguchi.
Taguchi?
Taguchi. I can see him with Taguchi.
Yeah, Taguchi, Japan. I mean, yeah, I think he's a little too silly for Chaos. But then again, we haven't seen the serious side of his character yet. I mean, he showed a little bit of edge, but it was still Heath Slater-ish.
Yes. No, I agree. I think he'd fit in good with Taguchi just to bring him in. But eventually I could see him, maybe if he does turn a heel and maybe does like a darker gimmick.
Thanks, Gabe.
Maybe he fits into Chaos. Maybe he could fit into a Bullet Club. You never know. Anything would be better than Switchblade Jay White.
Oh, man. So we don't like Switchblade, huh?
This dude hates him. This dude
Why?
hates him.
He loved him.
I mean, I dig him though.
He's
Now-
not bad.
So now it's giving me a type kind of, because all right, I don't really like Finn Balor. I don't really like. No. Listen to me.
Yeah, no.
Listen to me. I don't like Finn Balor. I don't like Kazuchika Okada. And but I like Jay White. I like goddamn who's somebody you hate. I might like him.
Baron Corbin.
Barry,
I like Baron Corbin.
Nick Jackson.
Nick Jackson.
Oh my God, he said his name.
See, but this is the thing though. When I say I don't like somebody, it's not discrediting them as a phenomenal professional wrestler. It's just some people like broccoli, other people don't like broccoli. I mean, that's just how it is to me. He's just not my flavor. He's not my taste.
Some
But-
people like their cucumbers pickled.
Jake Hager.
Huh?
No, I don't like that guy.
Steve Mongo McMichael.
Oh. Who? Oh, look, he done took his headphones off. He done left the room.
Brian, get your behind back here.
You're missing all the isms by Anomaly here in the chat.
First of all, yo, shout out to Anomaly on that one. I like that Baron foreskin. I like that's hilarious.
Did you hear what Corbin said about Riddle?
No, tell me.
Apparently he threw like a hissy fit when he found out like months ago that he was gonna do this storyline with Riddle.
Oh, this is another one that Gabe asked. Chase Owens, I like him, but he lacks. I like him in ring, but he lacks a lot of personality as a character and whatnot. So it's kind of like, he's pretty good in the ring, but it's just like, I'm here. I'm in the Bullet Club. I wear a T-shirt and a headband.
How about
That is so true.
Hey, B Rob, how about the outlandish one?
Which one?
Ziggy Dice.
Who the fuck is that?
Oh,
Oh,
you're gonna have to Google him later.
no, that's it.
That sounds like some nasty shit, like a female with a dick or something. I don't know. Ziggy Dice. What the fuck?
No, he was in NWA for a little while.
You sound like you should.
Jackson can't stand him.
Yeah,
Hey,
you
wait,
should.
can I ask a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
You guys see Nick Aldis tweet?
No, but I heard something about him and Bruce Pritchard were going back and forth.
So I'm trying to know.
Bruce Pritchard told him that he's not the main
Bruce
eventer.
Pritchard said like he ain't shit or something. Not
He doesn't have the it factor.
That man is
He
smoking
looks
rock.
like it to me.
Yeah, no, Nick Aldis looks like a world champion.
Well, but then again,
He
like
looks like an old school champion.
Exactly.
He's been champ how long now?
Almost
2
2
years?
years.
He started.
no.
No, actually, he won it back from Cody, so it's been almost 2 years now.
Yeah, he's had that
Yeah.
shit for a minute.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's never coming to WWE.
Yeah, no. Him and that bridge has always been burned. So why
Well, baby
is
mama
my
was there.
name changed?
Because that's what he does.
Look, I'm not interested in fruit right now, so
I don't see no A in that one.
Oh shit.
Uh,
But
So what do we think of this eye for an eye thing?
oh my
I mean,
boy.
I
Here-
know we talked about it, Rob, but I really need to hear it.
Oh
Here's
yeah.
my take on it. They needed something. Remember, Rey Mysterio's contract was up, so they needed something to write him off TV.
Yeah, but Dominic's coming on Raw tonight.
You're right. Because now I'm hearing that there's talks of them renegotiated. But
And, you
here's
know-
the thing.
And if you do it, it's gonna be for his son. It's gonna be for his son's
You
benefit.
know
Yeah.
WWE is not going to let his son sign anywhere but that.
of course.
No, he's not ready yet. But here's the thing. I honestly thought the match was good until the end. Now, I'm going to ask you guys this. Do you feel, after watching the match, in hindsight and all that, do you feel that it actually needed to be an eye for an eye match?
No.
Could that
The
just
thing about it
simply
is-
Could have been like an I Quit match or some shit.
an
the
I
thing
quit
about
match,
what-
a simple no DQ match?
they had to do something with that whole eye thing, man. I mean,
That's
I
it.
can understand Vince's mentality going toward the match. I just can't understand the execution of it.
Well, so wait, hold on. So the eye for eye match got 4 by Meltzer? Is that
Yep.
what he? What?
Yeah.
They did.
What
But
did he-
here's the
what did he
thing: the
get
match
thrown off?
itself was good.
Well,
It was
yeah,
just
the
the
match.
ending that was bad.
Well, you know what salvaged that whole match. Barring the eye thing, what gave it to me, what made me enjoy that match thoroughly, was Seth Rollins throwing up at the end. That shit made me laugh.
How many Seth Rollins pukes do you get? 5 Seth Rollins pukes. That shit was great, dude.
Hey, we got some Nick Aldis talk here from Anomaly.
Hey, his big mama is good. I'm trying to told you.
Yeah.
And
Everybody has
Jimmy
different
James,
points
so
of view
he's
when it
not
comes
mad.
to what they like and don't like. I like Nick in the ring. I think he is smooth. I like the way he carries himself with the title. He acts like a world's champion. Like he's an old school throwback, but you know what I mean? Some people don't like the old school. Some people
Yeah.
like the new old school. Some
I
people like the
think
new
he.
school. Some people hate it.
I think he fits.
Yeah.
He's not particularly my taste as a competitor or whatever. If I wouldn't put him in my stable deck, but he's still serviceable.
He's
Yeah.
So were you guys disappointed in the swap match?
There was a swap match? There was a
Did
swap
not.
match? Swap match.
I didn't watch that. Like
There
that,
was a
I
swap
was
match?
kind of. What was going on?
I was
Someone
disappointed.
told me there
Oh,
was
I
a
had to
swap.
take my girl. I had to take my girl's niece home around that time, and
You
I
did
just
a
still
good
haven't
job.
had the chance to watch it.
You did a
Yeah,
good
but
job.
shit.
Now, here's
That's a
here's
very
my
good uncle.
here's my take on this, and the whole cinematic matches. First of all, the Boneyard match was so good. I know you're about to that. Now, if whenever WWE is gonna do a cinematic match, it's gonna be compared to that.
Yeah, but
Also, I feel that already that they're overdoing the whole cinematic matches. We don't need another cinematic match for like another year.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna get to. It's just
But like, you can't just compare it to Boyan because Boyan was good. We pretty much all enjoyed Firefly Funhouse. DQ did pretty decent.
He hated it. Or he hated
I
it.
thought they did pretty decent with Money in the Bank. And then even the greatest wrestling match ever, like they didn't do terrible there. I was only disappointed because I heard Bray had a lot of creative control in the SWAT match.
yeah, just to compare to what we've got previous, and I think kind of the middle of the road was the Boneyard match from what everybody's saying, because I never seen it from beginning to end. But like everybody thought that was good, and I'm just like with the Fiend character put into that type of setting, I think it was overdone, because they did the same thing with John Cena, and that was perfect because it had a lot of symbolism. They had a lot of references and everything. This was just motherfuckers popping up in the water, popping out the water, standing over here. The only thing that I kind of enjoyed about it from what I saw was the callback to him and Alexa Bliss being tag partners in the Mixed Match Challenge. And the sexual tension that they supposedly had between each other and whatnot. Their chemistry.
It's Alexa Bliss. Everybody has sexual tension with it.
I thought Firefly was good because that's what wrote John Cena's career off.
Yeah. So, I mean, does John Cena come back and fight Bray Wyatt? The Fiend, I mean?
Nah.
He'll come back.
I think
he'll come back for something else.
I think John
We don't
Cena's
need
gonna
it.
come back on extremely part-time, bro.
This is what we do. This is how we save this whole thing. But, I mean, it's going to cost you something. It's going to cost you some wrestling souls. Everybody that the Fiend has these cinematic matches with, they disappear. They go away. So Cena's gone. He's trapped in the Firefly abyss. Braun is gone. He's trapped in that darkness somewhere. And damn, we just have somebody that'll go purposefully into the Firefly Funhouse to try to get them out or get the title or some shit, and then they just find all these motherfuckers in there. So it'd be like Braun strung up on some chains and shit, and Cena just kind of slumped over in the corner, and they go in there. It's like a rescue mission.
Might
And then,
as well go all the way with it.
yeah, just go fucking full on ridiculous, because that's what this shit is. Send in the fashion police? Yeah. It could be like a Scooby-Doo mystery and shit.
And Bray would have
that
got
would
away
be
with it too
great.
if it wasn't for
Oh, yeah. Talking about Braun and Alexa, the train.
He would tear that little girl in half, boy.
Word. But since shit. Since
I got
we
so
are
many jokes I wanted to make, but I don't know how weighted X you get on your podcast. I'm just gonna leave that one to myself.
Oh yeah, there you go. Send
Our
our truth in there. Say little Jimmy.
Hey, but he can't stay in there long. He don't like spiders. So
Yeah, I mean,
Well,
yeah.
well, last one.
He's gotta go find
He
his
got
spider.
arachnophobia.
yeah. That's a fear of ladders.
Oh shit. All right, the state of New Japan. Who's up on current New Japan?
Not caught up fully. I just knew about what happened at Dominion.
Okay. No, so currently we have Evil as the double champion. He is the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion and the
Successfully
Intercontinental
defended.
Champion.
What is with
Successfully
everyone being
defended.
double champions?
So what's up now?
What is with everyone in double champions?
Yeah. Every brand has a double champion right now. I think
Actually, NXT doesn't anymore. NXT,
Nah.
Keith,
Yeah, he
Keith
ended
Lee
up
actually
forfeiting
gave
it.
it up.
Neither does
Keith
AEW,
Stanford
so
Lee
right.
forfeited it.
What'd you say?
I give out my favorites like random ass nicknames. So I gave him Keith the Stanford Lee. Don't ask me how they just pop up. You
Oh,
got
Your name's about to change.
there's Jonathan Leroy Gargano, Tommaso Deshaun Ciampa, Kenneth Jerome
Deshaun?
Omega.
Oh, so you just giving them weird ass middle names.
I just throw them out
Where the hell did you
there.
get Deshaun from?
I don't even know. That's the thing. It's just like when I can. It's literally just like when I say bitches on bitches on bitches. It just kind of came out, it got over, and there you go.
Okay, so keeping in the spirit and tradition of wrestling is trash, I'm cashing in right now,
Oh, shit.
and I'm cashing in on Kyle.
Oh,
I knew it was
Kyle.
coming. I knew it was coming.
Kyle,
okay.
Yes, sir.
you had to cut me a 1-minute promo on why we should have justice for Kiera Hogan.
Okay.
Oh man. Okay.
Let me get the start. Let me get the shot clock ready.
Oh my lord. Listen.
Let me
I
get the
was
shot
talking-
clock ready.
Wait. Are we talking thirst bracket?
Hey, however you play it, you got 1 minute to say it, and your time starts now.
The Thirsty Brothers Unite. Call the thirstiest of Thirsty Brothers didn't give Kara Hogan her just due. She should have been in the championship round along with Sasha Banks or JoJo, but we got people like Kyle Bird and we got B-Rob in there. But
I'm voting for JoJo.
shut up! This is my promo. Nah,
Turn heel on.
I'm sorry, but you're telling me that luscious woman and all her sultriness, all her sexiness, all that body karate that she got coming out, and she
Ooh, body karate.
for your enjoyment and my enjoyment, except you had a little bit more lotion on your hand at the time than I did. You was a little bit more faster to get the jerky. However, when it comes to justice for that woman, we should all stand support. We should all march down the street because Carl Bird, stanky ass, messed up and got Kara Hogan up out of that thirst bracket. She should be a Hall of Famer in the thirst bracket, but due to people like you, Mr. Bird, she has not into the final damn round, and we had to just give the damn thirst bracket championship to JoJo due to lack of competition.
Time. Ring the bell.
I voted for Karen. I'm pretty sure I voted for Karen. You just wanted to throw me under the bus.
Hey, I had to throw somebody under the bus. You were the first person I saw.
Kyle, you already got a hashtag, baby. You don't even know it yet.
It's still a
You
black
got a
guy.
hashtag, brother. Holy shit.
Ooh. Preach, brother.
Now, just so you know, you're not black. You're light-skinned.
That body karate.
Hashtag body
I
karate.
am not.
Hashtag body karate. This is greatness.
That was probably the most racist thing I said all year, man. I had to get one out.
You
Listen.
think,
Body karate.
Let's not go there with your Nyla Rose rants.
oh,
Oh, yeah, no.
if I would have known that.
I apologize, and I will never do it again.
Okay, very well. Oh shit! There you go. But
You want to give me 30 days off of the UWO podcast? Good luck. That's my
Ah,
plan.
son, your ass is working. You essential.
so where do we go from here? Let's just say somebody just busts out the doors of a laboratory and be like, I got it. I got the cure for the corona and everything else that ails us at the moment. And we go back to having crowded arenas and all kinds of things like that. Motherfuckers elbow to elbow, shoulder to shoulder, deodorized and non-deodorized and all that other shit.
There be some non-deodorized people in them stands, boy. I'm trying to.
Man.
When I can
What?
smell you over fireworks smoke, my man, just
Ooh.
go home.
And
Watch that.
you notice those same people are still wearing the same Austin 316 shirt that's been around since Nick was born.
Oh,
But say tomorrow we back to business as usual. What
Tomorrow.
what from this I guess we can call this the quarantine era of professional wrestling would you like to carry over and stay with the live events and everything like that?
Drew McIntyre.
is it me? Drew
Anybody.
McIntyre as champion, and also I love the fact that we're seeing fresh faces get chances. Grand Metalik, Apollo. We're seeing Shelton Benjamin's the 24/7 champ. I mean, ain't won since like PlayStation 1. You know what I mean? And he's holding the title right now, bro. Like, it's about time that, dude, the fresh faces that are getting chances don't give me the same convoluted BS matches every week, man. I love it.
Agreed.
Word. Anybody else?
Drew, I want Drew to get what he said before. I think I said it on here. How when they have their first, because the first time they have a show back is probably going to be a Raw. Have it. Drew needs to be the first person to come out. No dark match. Nothing. Drew really deserves it. Because whether you hate Drew or not, you're going to pop for everyone that night.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Drew deserves it, man. He got screwed at WrestleMania. His congratulations was sticking his arm out saying thank you.
Man, and that was
I think regardless whether he's champion or not at Mania, he needs to win his WrestleMania match.
I got to take a commercial break, guys. I'll be right back.
very well.
Drew needs something good next year at Mania. Whether he wins the title, retains the title, beats someone at a huge big match like a John Cena. Drew deserves that. I hope.
Yeah. And that was very reminiscent of when he did that, because I watched it live. I mean, which I probably think a lot of us did. But when he had the belt and he reached out to the camera and he's like, "This is for you, thank you," that brought me back to seeing that Dusty Rhodes promo when he's like, "I'm gonna reach out my hand and you at home." I was like, "Oh snap!"
But I'm happy Drew at least got his moment at the Rumble. I imagine when he won, you were there, Rob. Did it go pretty pop?
Say what now?
When Drew won at the Rumble.
Oh yes.
Man.
Being there in person.
This
Yeah.
has to end before the Rumble. Picture the Rumble in the PC. How weird.
Oh, just the sound design. Just
the NXT talent yelling it.
Yeah, just the sound design on that is gonna be crazy.
One thing I would carry over was something that we were supposed to get, but we never got. For Edge's comeback match, Alter Bridge was supposed to play Metalingus for his entrance.
Really?
That was something that we was actually gonna get, and we never got it.
Did you hear they already have him and Orton booked for WrestleMania next year in the I Quit match? It's like set in stone.
I heard about
So whoa, hold up. So is it a I Quit match or a I Quit match?
Oh, please,
It's not an I Quit match.
Well, we don't need that.
But I'm kind
We
of
don't need that.
because that means he's gonna come back to Orton again. Man, I want to see him fight AJ. I want to see him fight Seth especially because they got that history with the whole.
So are we gonna have what the internet brought up a Rey Mysterio on a pole match, Rey Mysterio on a ladder match? So it's gonna be Dominic versus Rollins for custody of Rey, or the custody of his eyeball or something like that.
I hope not. Oh, that would be horrendous.
And I also want, and I'll let Brian go because he hasn't said anything, but I want Roman Reigns to come back. I want people to stop booing my man.
I wish Kyle was here for that last statement because he loves Roman Reigns.
Like, are you? So does he love him or love him like nah?
Like that's his dog.
Oh, that's it. Well, he's the big dog. He's everybody's dog.
He ride a dog with him. He's a Roman guy. He won't sway.
From 2015 to 16, did they shove him down our throats? Absolutely. But pretty much, it's his match against Taker. His really only big match he had was Lesnar at Mania, which he lost. Wins the title. Old dude gets leukemia, poor bastard. Comes back at Mania. Supposed to win the title again this year. which everyone, we would have got a pop for Goldberg. And no one wants to see Goldberg win. My man can't wrestle again. I think it's over the point. He don't deserve the quote unquote John Cena because that dude can go. Cena can go too, but he needs to he needs to be that guy.
Roman Reigns in this was that Lemony Snicket's in an unfortunate series of events or some shit. That's Roman Reigns' story,
Yeah.
Goldberg had 3 or 4 title reigns in less than 100 days, a month.
And then it's not even about the title reigns. It was a lot of that stuff that he missed out on key moments in the build to maybe a title reign or, because that Survivor Series that Dolph Ziggler was the sole survivor. That was supposed to be Roman Reigns, but he had the issue and whatnot.
Meningitis.
Yeah, the meningitis. And then another time he popped for wellness or whatever. So he got put out of a storyline for that. Then he came back and won the title, and everybody didn't like that shit because he was gone and he just popped back up and won the title. Then motherfucker was stuck overseas or some shit one time and he couldn't make a show. Then goddamn leukemia. Then now corona. So what the fuck? Then he gonna come back and be reinserted in some shit.
Yeah.
So
I just think fans that keep throwing him are just dumb. At this point,
I'll say it like this because I've always been a guy that booed Roman, but it's not in a way that I boo him as a person. I just got annoyed of the fact that every single point Rob just made.
Facts, Husky.
All right. It was him and Keith. Yeah, no, that was great. Every single point Rob just made, right? Every single time they bring the guy right back in and put him right in the same exact spot. Mm-hmm. His chase never ended because he was always right there the entire time. Mm-hmm. And when it comes to even with the John Cena thing, right? It sucks because it's we have so much talent that we always talk about that should get an opportunity that it feels like Roman was always at the top and never dipped down a little bit, let someone take a step in front of him. He was just always right there, top 2 or 3 every single time. And when you look at the quality of worker, because at that time the worker thing was becoming big with guys like Daniel Bryan, Seth Rollins, even with Ambrose, you had Ziggler on the card. You had guys who were amazing in that ring. And I think that was a shift with fans too. It's now we're paying attention more to the people who can actually work in that ring compared to guys who we know are there because of what they look like and how they're portrayed on the show. So, you know what I mean? And it's nothing against Roman because I like Roman. I think Roman's cool. But at the same time, if I'm at a show and I'll be honest. If Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns were going to be in the ring, as a fan, I'm going to cheer for Bryan and I'm going to boo for Roman.
Yeah, okay,
and it sucks.
I can agree with that.
Yeah, it sucks for Roman because Roman was just he was the like Rob said, unfortunate events. He was always at the wrong place at the wrong time. WWE tried to make it look he was at the right place at the right time, but it was just nah, dog. Even the whole thing with The Rock at the Rumble, it was in Philly. We all know how Philly fans are. Philly fans are savage.
Worst move ever.
They had to bring The Rock out. They thought they were going to salvage him, and they booed harder. It's like we're trying to let you know, give someone else a chance. This is what we're trying to tell you. But it was just WWE's way of just keeping him where he was, and it's nothing against the guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 2 things really quick. One, if you just give him the belt, more dudes are going to get opportunity because he's not going to be the dude always fighting for the belt.
Exactly.
And then 2, they tried making him Cena's replacement way too quick. Mm-hmm. The whole boy a Grand Slam champion in under a year and a half.
And in this whole thing, barring the incidents that kept him off of TV, the injuries, the leukemia and stuff like that, let's just say that Royal Rumble that Batista won, Roman Reigns won like everybody wanted him to. Do you think he would be in a different position right now?
Roman Reigns' Rumble wins was 1 year too late.
Yes, exactly. I believe that wholeheartedly.
The year before, where he had the 12 eliminations, he was going through everybody. That's when you should have pulled the trigger on the guy because the fans were all behind him. That Rumble, you heard the crowd sway. The same way they swayed when you...
How sway?
The same way when you go back and watch SummerSlam with The Rock and Brock Lesnar, how that crowd went from loving The Rock to booing the living shit out of him, and everybody was super for Brock to win that match. That Rumble was Roman's moment. WWE said, nah, we're going to make you look strong, but we're going to save you for next year. they should have pulled the trigger that year. If they pulled the trigger that year, whole different story. Roman Reigns' career could have been around Cena level easily.
Mm-hmm.
What were you gonna say, Carl?
I'm cashing in.
Oh! I wish I had my sound effects, man.
Oh man, yeah, that would have been great. But yeah, I'm talking to my man Brian on this one.
Uh-oh.
Since you mentioned workers, you have to do a promo on why Steve Mongo McMichael should be. Get back at no, you don't go nowhere.
Damn it!
Why Mongo McMichael should be in the Hall of Fame? I mean, you better bellow it.
I love that.
Like the Beacons, like your best friend just fucked Cheryl Teagues. Sing his praises in alto, tenor, and soprano. The floor is yours, Brian.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Brian Lopes. I am 1/3 of the UWO podcast. Now, I just had a promo in the bank cash in on me speaking to y'all about one of the greatest NFL players of his generation. We are talking about Steve Mongo McMichael. In my mind, a Hall of Famer. One of the 100 greatest Bears of all time. A former two-time Pro Bowler. Two-time All-Pro. First team All-Pro. Three-time second team All-Pro. A Super Bowl champion in Super Bowl 20. Played for teams such as my New England Patriots in 1980. Also made a great career for the Chicago Bears in 1981 through 1993. Also played a year with the Green Bay Packers with his good friend Reggie White. Now, do I believe that this man who has contributed so much to the sport of football be inducted into the Hall of Fame? Yes. I mean, his statistics don't match up to some of the better ones, such as LT, or even a GOAT such as Tom Brady. But does Steve McMichael deserve a place in the Hall of Fame? Yes, because this man took his amazing, stunning football career, Super Bowl shuffle. My time is up, ladies and gentlemen. And thank Steve McMichael for NFL Hall of Famer.
Yeah. No, you know what?
You did not specify which Hall of Fame.
I did not. As you were saying the stats, I was like, damn, I didn't specify.
Rob, I have to ask then my infamous question I feel I ask everyone every time.
Yeah, go ahead.
So for you two, because I haven't asked you yet.
Okay.
Right now we're in July. Who do you see right now? I'll give you two, and we're talking male. We'll talk the men.
Okay.
Two people who you think, not who you think should, like who you want. Who do you think is going to win the Rumble? I know we're in July, but I just want to see like your forward thinking, how you think the business, who you think the two potential options. I don't care if you think they win the title. Two dudes who you think are going to get them fireworks going off them getting pointing at the side.
All right. I'll go first. If WWE wants to take a risk, I think a guy like Bobby Lashley should win the Royal Rumble. I think Bobby Lashley, and I think the next couple of months, especially with the Hurt business coming in, and I see a lot of good things for those guys, not just the three of them, but the possibility of gaining more to that group. I feel like Bobby Lashley can be a centerpiece for the WWE for the next maybe 2 or 3 years to help bring up younger stars. I think that he's always had the look. Between now and then, who knows what could happen with Drew, because we all know Brock Lesnar's only one phone call away. Brock could have the belt. And that's a matchup that I think a lot of people still, as much as WWE doesn't think it, still want to see, whether it's in a ring or in an octagon. Who I think is going to win it, I think WWE is in that similar, gotta stay consistent because they're afraid to take a risk. I can see them going with a guy like AJ Styles. Because AJ right now on SmackDown is a definite workhorse. We know what just occurred with his good buddies, the good brothers and stuff, them leaving. AJ is one of those talents that when he's happy, you know he's going to do anything and everything for this company. He's a guy that you know you can throw in the main event, especially with new quote-unquote competition with AEW and Impact doing their thing, and who knows what's going to happen with Ring of Honor or NWA. You want to be able to say we are, you know, the biggest pro wrestling company in the world, and with all due respect to New Japan as well. If you want to put on a great wrestling match and have a guy who could tell a great story, AJ Styles is also your guy. But I wouldn't be shocked if it's a guy like Seth Rollins.
All right, what about you? We'll ask Kyle in a second, but who's your?
You missed my
So,
promo in the bank,
what
Kyle.
we're asking is,
My bad, bro.
no, we're asking
Washing machine's going haywire.
two people. Carl's up, but two people. So if you want to think, who you think, not who you want, think will win the Royal Rumble this year. Now, mind you, it's only July, so if you're thinking the business, all that, who you think? So, Ryan said he'd like Lashley, but could see them going after. So what do you got, Carl?
Me, I'm still thinking.
So mine quick, I'll just say mine. I say to everyone, I say AJ, but then I'd like to see. I don't see them pulling the trigger, but I'd like to see it be like Alex the Black. If they get him going on wins again. So maybe, do you know, Kyle?
Those are good choices. Those are good. I agree. I definitely agree with Aleister Black because to me, he's always been a star. Vince just doesn't see anything to him, and maybe it's because like me and Brian said this years ago, and I agree with him. He's talking. Mm-hmm. He should be that. He should be that, dark, mysterious figure who just shouldn't talk. And then I think that would actually like help his career much more. So yeah, I would definitely say Aleister Black. As far as like most likely definite,
Randy Orton.
They could do it again. Yeah, if they want to go the safe route,
if you think about it. We did mention how it's him and Edge. What if they have Edge winning and Orange champion?
Edge got some recovery to do, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Again.
Torn pecs up.
Torn titty. He tore his titty.
I think the soonest he could be back is Rumble.
So what about you, Kyle? Do you know?
I'm sorry, I didn't even hear the question, man.
So who do you think are two likely people that could win the Rumble this year?
This year?
Yeah, coming up.
In like 5-6 months.
I'm actually thinking that this might be the year that they pull the trigger and give us a surprise. I mean, they kind of tried to start that with Shinsuke, and then automatically just buried him right after. But
no shit.
I think that this is actually going to be. I think this is the year that's actually going to give a legitimate wild card a chance to win the Royal Rumble.
Seeing almost.
And if I was going to pick somebody, I would say that it's a good damn way to introduce Keith Lee to the main roster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing that scares me about the Rumble this year is
Adam Cole, baby.
If Mania is in person, Mania's in Hollywood. Just remember that.
That is a good point.
What about you, Rob? What were yours? I forgot. You said it, but I forgot.
Man, me too.
AJ.
Yeah, I know. I think AJ was in that conversation, but who I
agreed on AJ and Alice.
Yeah, me and you had the same ones because that's who I said AJ could win. That's who the company would pick, and who I would want to win would be a Aleister Black.
Usually, the Royal Rumble winner is somebody who has like the best.
Oh, sorry, my bad. What's up?
I don't mind. Thank you. Usually the Royal Rumble winner is usually someone who had the best year, like Seth Rollins, Daniel Bryan. Well, I'm sorry, wasn't Daniel Bryan. But anyway, so I mean, honestly, bro, from beginning to end of this year, from Royal Rumble start to now, who's having a better year?
AJ, you gotta say AJ's having the best year, man. But
MVP.
Thank you. Thank you.
God damn it.
Thank you.
He brought that. I want that damn belt.
You mean that oversized Dipset chain?
Oh, buddy.
It's not as pretty as the TNA championship, but it's pretty.
What? Which one?
Moose, baby.
Oh, the Moose belt. We gonna call that the Moose knuckle.
Oh, wow.
Just bring it down like bang. No.
Oh.
Aleister Black, man, though, they're doing that dude so dirty. They got him. I like Humberto for real, but they got him with him, backing up Ray. That dude don't even do his entrance no more. He just
I actually did read on that. And the reason being is because much like Humberto, Vince McMahon doesn't see anything in Aleister Black. I don't understand why, because if you would open your eyes to watch this guy, spectacular. He actually added the sound effect, like the creaky door from when he rises up. He added that, and he said that he didn't like it, so he got rid of the entrance altogether. When Vince McMahon doesn't like people, he tries to bury them, honestly. And I don't understand what he doesn't like in Aleister Black. The guy's sensational in the ring.
That dude could be a star anywhere.
That's the motherfucker. That's the motherfucker that could topple the Fiend and the Undertaker in a handicap match.
At WrestleMania.
The Fiend got a shot. The Fiend got a shot too of winning it.
Yeah, you could say the Fiend. You could argue definitely.
Ooh, that would be great. That would be a great number 30. The fucking
with the entrance and all though.
yeah. It'll just be like that. It'll get down to like the final 4. Then it'll get down to the final 2. Then it'll throw that last motherfucker out. And then they'll be like, wait a minute, number 30 hadn't come out yet. Then it'll all the lights go out. Then the shit come on and motherfucker be at the ramp with the head and shit. That'd be cool as fuck.
Did anybody say Shorty G?
Who?
I'm sorry.
Who?
I'm sitting in this corner. I'm
Sir?
sitting in this corner. Right.
You call him by his real name.
How dare you?
Hey, B-Rob.
Yes, sir.
I would love to take this opportunity
Oh, okay.
Ah, damn.
to cash in my promo in the bank.
I already know where you're
damn.
going with it. I already know where it is going.
Already.
All right, well, B-Rob, be ready because this one's going to you.
All right.
Whoa!
You
I hope it's
must.
what I think it is.
I know what it
No.
is.
This one's gonna be a little bit different. I'm gonna make you think about this for a second.
All right.
I would love for you to explain to me after WrestleMania is done, the show is complete, the pyro is going off, the confetti flying down. In 1 minute, please explain to me why Otis cashing in the Money in the Bank after the main event of WrestleMania is a great idea.
All right. Let me get my shit.
Hang on. I got you. I got you, man. I got you. I already got you.
Oh, you already got it? Cool.
You know when you're ready.
Go ahead. Hit me.
Time starts now.
All right, so let me tell you. I mean, we talk about spontaneity in professional wrestling. It gets no more spontaneous than Otis walking his chubby bow-legged ass down to the ring. First of all, he's gonna walk because that motherfucker cannot run because his legs is not equipped for that. And if he did try to get a cyclic rate, he is gonna fucking break a hip bone. Cause you see his shit, it looked like one of the wind-up toys with the bow legs and it go like this, had to step over his feet with the little rolls in the middle. That's Otis. But it would do wonders and greatness for the company because it's a new face, it's a new type of professional wrestler to be in that main event spot. And that could open the door for a Aleister Black, a Humberto Carrillo, a Grand Metalik. So it's not a bad thing at all. It could be one of the greatest things whatsoever. Plus, he has a Mandy Rose to hold up on the shoulder like Elizabeth.
There you go.
Oh, man. I'm
They
sold.
need to get that briefcase off him now.
Why?
You need to
Why?
bring that briefcase back on TV.
Why?
That's
Why? That what's it? And like B-Rob said, don't we love?
Here's what I'm thinking. I give
Okay.
you good a year.
Oh!
God no, Gary. God no.
No!
Oh, no.
Guys, I think Otis is positive.
Maybe.
For sexiness.
You gotta think,
Nah, for
Otis-
COVID. I think he's COVID positive right now. That's the reason he's running off TV.
Yeah, probably. You gotta think though. The Fiend probably gonna beat Strowman for the title at SummerSlam. For the third match.
You know what?
Probably Otis gonna
This
cash in on the Fiend.
this would be great, man. It'd just be like, you just see a motherfucker like, oh yeah! With the briefcase and boom.
Unless they do a tag team win.
No.
No, never.
Otis-
Do all that. You know what we need to talk about? None of us have talked about, and I'm really surprised you haven't, Rob. The promo on SmackDown about Big E, WWE making it known my man is finally getting that singles push. Now I don't know how far they're gonna go with it right away.
Don't do that.
Going in the-
Don't do that. That man's going up.
Maybe I'd like to see him beat AJ. But
I like to see him beat Braun.
Yeah.
See, that's the Fiend. That's gonna be
But that's
the
and then that's the thing. I mean, he beat
You want
him.
Big E to beat the Fiend?
Yeah.
Yes. Realistically, yes, because I would love for him to be champ, but you know what I mean?
Oh, and can you imagine Big E in the Firefly Funhouse?
Oh, he'd have a ball.
He used to have a ball in there. And then you know they're going to bring in Kofi and Xavier or whatever to help him out. It's going to be great.
Oh,
Did you guys hear about the cameo I paid Big E for to roast my friend?
No.
Oh, no.
I'll play a little of it on my phone. Hold on.
Well, yeah, you get that together. But, I mean, so what we got going forward?
Don't you dare be sour. Clap for yourself and feel the power. Yes. Nick, what a good man you are. What a great man you are. And thanks and congrats on being a great human being. But I'm mostly here to talk about your friend Justin. Yeah, he's the problem. Yeah, Justin is the problem. It appears that what we have here is a mule. When I look at Justin, I see a mule, also known as a burro, also known as a pack animal.
Also known as an ass.
So, my friend Justin, we joke around, we call him a mule, and he hates Kevin Owens. The reason I paid Kevin Owens, we all chipped in. Kevin Owens didn't respond, and Big E's response rate was 2 hours. I did a little more out of pocket, but he goes off for 2.5 minutes.
Oh, nice. Yeah, we've had a Big E cameo before.
Yeah.
Oh, word.
Yeah. No, he was cool.
God, I love cameo. Love cameo.
Yeah, I have received 2 of them. And Sonny Kiss threatened to put his ass in my face, so I didn't know how to feel about that.
That one I saw. I think I said
Sonny Kiss, man.
Yeah.
Sonny Kiss gets so much hatred and he takes it in stride. That dude is such a good athlete.
That's what she said.
Really, Carl?
Really?
It was right there. I couldn't help it.
Really?
This side.
Carl,
Really?
I just sent it to you. Should be sending.
So we got the confirmation that Big E's going to be a singles competitor for a little bit. So who do we want to see Big E play against most?
Honestly, bro, I'm just praying. I really am just praying that they put him against main event talent. The dude's, he's paid his dues. You know what I mean? He's been there for how long? He's been a lackey. He's been a lackey to Dolph Ziggler. He got the New Day over. Well, I mean, all 3 of them got him over, but he was a big part of it. The dude's money on the mic. I don't know if you follow him on Twitter, but he's absolutely hysterical. And keep your mamas away from him. And
you keep your aunties away from him.
Dude, what do you need? What do you need? I mean, in terms of muscle, he got it. Athleticism, he got it. A good wrestler, he is accomplished, and good resume, charisma. The dude got it all. Don't fuck this up. Yeah. That's all I'm asking.
But they're going to.
That part.
Oh, it is.
But we got to keep the. But I said it on the podcast yesterday. We got to keep that same energy we had for Kofi, and we just got to transfer it to Big E. Just take that power and all that energy we had for Kofi Mania, and just insert Big E right there. Like, wait, hold on. There we go.
The fusion hot.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? But no.
Let me get in on this.
Yeah.
I think it's going in all directions.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, everybody. Yeah.
point somewhere. But no. But like right now with WWE, and not just WWE, but all companies right now, they don't have a crowd in building, so they can only go based on social media. So a lot of people who are fans of social media, who don't go on it all the time, like, we got to keep that positive energy for this dude. Like, we got to keep letting them know, like, we are behind Big E. We support Big E. If you're going to put the strap on him, you're not going to fail. You know, we got to let WWE know that this is our guy. You know, and a lot of fans don't really do that when it comes to certain wrestlers, because we all have our favorites that we like here and there and stuff like that. But with WWE being, well, not WWE, like the world in general, where we're not able to always go to a show and, you know, cheer for these people, make signs, whatever. They're gauging our social media a lot right now, and they're going based on storyline. Like, remember the whole Lana thing with Lana and Bobby Lashley getting married and all that stuff? It was like the highest rated segment, and they were forcing it, like, not really, well, yeah, kind of forcing it down our throats because they got millions of views on YouTube or millions of like talks about on Twitter and trending and all this other stuff. Like we got to save that. We got to use that energy and keep it with Big E and not really try to sway away from it. Like keep shit like, you know what I'm saying? Like keep the momentum going for this guy and like let him know that we support this dude and you know you ain't gonna fuck up taking a risk with this guy.
I'm cashing in.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Carl.
Uh-oh.
Carl.
Hey, do I got a money in the? Do I got a promo in the bank?
Yeah.
You're Carl.
You missed my promo about Mongo.
You have to go off for a minute on why the Patriots are the greatest football organization.
Oh, that's just blasphemy.
Hold on, Nick. I'll do you one better. Hold up.
Oh.
Yep.
Ah.
All right. Yeah, Carl, I'm listening.
Push
So you
Big
got a
E.
minute.
Push
You got a
Big E.
minute to go off on why the Patriots are the best. Just ever. Just pretty much go get down for the past $1 thing.
God, this is gonna be awful.
I can't watch this. I can't watch this, Groom. I can't watch this, man.
All right. Hold on. We got the shot clock up, and your time starts now.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is DJ Mr. Bird. I'm here to tell you why the Patriots are the all-time #1 dynasty in football. Don't you dare do it, because they off of one player, have actually managed to win not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, but 6 Super Bowls off of one player in the last 20 years. They were never able to do it, but they did it with just one player alone. Their one savior alone. And on top of that, he built stars like Gronk, Julian Edelman, Corey Dillon, Ty Law. Please tell me this is more business.
Oh no, you still keep going. Keep going.
I mean, and then they brought us the biggest Super Bowl comeback in history with the Atlanta Falcons choking in the fourth quarter, and not even just the third quarter, in the fourth quarter as well.
Time's up.
Oh, God, that hurt.
You got lucky.
That hurt.
The Bills are not.
That hurt. That hurt.
He was dying.
Immensely.
He was dying. He was like,
You recorded it too, damn.
"Hey man, this will live on the internet forever, dog."
I recorded it and sent it to Carl.
I don't know if you guys can hear me.
You did.
I'm gonna come back in.
All right.
Oh, Jesus. That hurt. That hurt.
Oh man.
Carl, you said it from the heart, man. It felt good to hear those words coming from you.
I felt a little built up like love from you.
Yeah.
I had you in my house, man.
There was some low-key love there for Tom Brady.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. I just basically said everything I hate about the guy, just reversed it.
See, was that so hard?
Yes, it was. You're lucky I already cashed in.
Yeah, you would have just cashed in and had you undo everything.
Can?
Well, if we get your boy back in here working correctly, he still got one cash in left. You might want to text him and see what he gonna sway him to do something with it.
Man.
But gentlemen, I have to do you all a farewell.
Oh, there he is. He's back. Oh, Nick.
Oh, okay, he's back.
I'm really mad that I just didn't get the chance to hear that, man. I'm pretty sure that it was.
And I'm okay with that.
It was beautiful. It was beautiful.
Oh, it's okay. It'll live on the internet forever. I mean, we got recordings of this thing.
Thank you, sir.
1,000 IQ.
But this guy's got to head out. I will see you guys later.
All right, Nick. Thank you again.
See,
We appreciate you.
Nick trying to leave before he get that cash in.
For real.
I got things to do. I'll talk to you guys later.
All right, take it easy.
Cash. Damn it. No. Damn it.
Listen, man.
Oh,
You gotta
he's
wait
getting
for the
revenge
right
cash.
time. You wait for the right time to cash in your money in the bank. Ask Baron Corbin.
Oh,
I was there.
well, shit. Ask Damian Sandow too.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, that's true too. John Cena.
John Cena, yeah.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Hold on.
Mr. Kennedy.
Yeah.
Well, he never got a chance to cash his in. So.
Yeah.
Braun Strowman.
Yeah. So, do you think we need another King of the Ring?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I always take a King of the Ring.
Do you think it needs to be back as a staple pay-per-view every year?
No.
Yes, and I want it in Providence. Providence
Vibes.
every year. Providence
Here's why
every
I say
year.
no. Here's why I say no, man. Here's why I say no. Number one, you're risking a lot of injury. Asking those people to perform 3 times in a night and put on good pay-per-view quality matches. That's
But
a
they
little
don't
risky.
necessarily need to be pay-per-view quality matches.
It's a pay-per-view.
At least not.
Pay-per-view
At
quality.
least not until the finals.
Yeah.
Well, how about that then? I mean, do it like how they've been doing it currently. They had a tournament and then the conclusion ends on a pay-per-view or something like that.
That would work.
Would that suffice?
How about this? What if we did it with time limits? Like
Okay.
first round would be a 10-minute time limit. Second round, 20-minute time limit. When you get to the finals, 60-minute time limit. Like to make it seem like whoever wins this is actually a prestigious winner.
Shut up, Gabe. I couldn't practice.
That's why it's called a promo in the bank. You got to be ready.
I wasn't ready for that.
Time to
That
cash
was
in.
awful.
I think it's time to cash in.
Oh, he cashing in.
No, not yet. Not yet.
Oh,
Say,
all
does
right.
The person get the payment as well?
You got to tease it. Remember me.
Big market. Big market.
I wasn't ready.
But we're gonna start winding down here, gentlemen, because I know Raw is gonna be starting here in a little bit. I know you want to watch that 3-hour fiasco. Oh, we got cash.
Here we go.
Oh shit!
boy.
Here we go.
And this is to the true fans of UWO podcast that are watching us. If you remember something, you remember that a certain co-host of mine had a certain fear of a certain animal. You need to sing the praises of Rocket Raccoon, Mr. Bryan. How great of a character. And your professional, undying love for the raccoons as an animal.
Okay.
Very well. So, why he loves Rocket Raccoon and how raccoons are the best race of animal ever.
Bro. He has a pair of raccoons. He's gonna
All
die
right,
in the middle of
I got your
it.
clock,
Brian the cop.
and we starting now.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Brian. I am 1/3 of the UWO podcast. And as you just heard, my cohort decided to ask me to do a 1-minute promo on Rocket Raccoon. Now, as somebody who is a fan of great entertainment, I can honestly say that my fear of raccoons had to be pushed aside for this because I watched one of the greatest Marvel movies of all time, with the Guardians of the Galaxy series. And Rocket Raccoon actually surprised me. It surprised me how this foul-mouthed little rodent was able to help carry that group of misfits throughout the galaxy and handle his job and carry his weight while attending to a little plant by the name of Groot. Now, when it comes to raccoons as a
Not a
whole,
plant, he's a tree.
he's a tree. As a whole, raccoons, I've gone and gained a whole new level of respect for them. I've gone back in time and watched certain films and certain scenes that included raccoons, and I've opened up to them a little bit. They're a little fuzzy group of guys. It's not somebody you want to fuck with because if you catch them during the daytime, they might have rabies.
That's all, boys.
Time.
I should have stuck with Mongo. Man.
You should give him a double tap, huh?
Oh, you missed
Yeah,
it.
thanks.
You missed
Oh,
it. Carl,
hey,
Carl
no.
tried to get-
It's not missed. It's here forever.
Oh, I'm going to watch it.
Yeah, I'm gonna re-release this shit on YouTube. But gentlemen, with the conclusion of the last Money in the Bank for this evening, we're gonna also end this broadcast. It's been a pleasure to have you all here to join me to talk about professional wrestling, past, present, and quite possibly the future. The door is always open for you all to come back. Shout outs to Nick who had to leave early. Shout out to Kyle who had to fix the washing machine.
I can't believe that damn thing did that today, man. I'm so mad right now.
Push Maytag. But before we go, let everybody know where they can find you on social media.
Okay, you can find me on Instagram at Mr. Bird 1027. Also, you can catch me on the Codex Prime podcast. You can find us on iTunes. Leave us a 5-star review. SoundCloud, Google Play, Spotify, Stitcher as well. You can follow us on social media on Facebook, Instagram at Codex Prime Podcast, Twitter, Codex Prime Cast. We everywhere, damn it.
We out here.
All right. You can catch us on our Facebook page, UWO Podcast, where we stream our episodes every Sunday night, usually whenever the boys are out of work, majority for the most time, Eddie. Anywhere between 8 and 9 o'clock. You can catch us on all audio platforms, Stitcher, Breaker, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google
You
Podcasts.
always name Stitcher first. What the hell is Stitcher?
It's the thing.
It's another platform.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Instagram, UW Carl, you know the Instagram
UWO
on Twitter.
Pod.
Yep, UWO Pod on Twitter. We are UWO401. Yeah, hit us up and tell a friend to tell a friend. Hopefully you enjoyed the shows.
Word. So, on behalf,
you can find me in the dictionary upper side sexy.
well, hold on. You gotta. There we go.
Oh man.
I wish I had him. I wish I could do this on my phone. I'll put emojis. I'll put an arrow pointing to his face or something like that.
Oh, this is great.
But gentlemen, on behalf of myself, Sexy, UWO, and he wasn't ready. That's been Wrestling is Trash, and we'll see you next time.
Later, everybody.
Peace out.
Oh.